Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 25 of Toys, Muggles, and Life Struggles, a podcast brought to you by the wonderful Judy ... and myself. I am Mini Toy Adventures, and today, Judy continues telling us about the saga of the new job. Yes, and I sold my car, and I got another one. So there's plenty of things to talk about, plenty of fun to happen, and Judy shares with us some pretty awesome toys. So sit back, relax, and enjoy episode 25 of Toys, Muggles, and Life Struggles. Judy's talking shit about my shirt.
This shirt is like a dark navy blue, and it's so muted. Like, you and I live outside of the normal spectrum of society, and this looks like a total, like, a job interview shirt.
This is not a job. It's a flannel shirt. I mean, if anything, I could see you being like, oh, did you just get back from chopping wood in the forest? And I'd be like, ha, yeah, Judy, ha. But you're like, no, look at your shirt.
So muted. It's just like a very normal looking shirt, and we are not normal people, Dominic. I'm like, if somebody had shown me this shirt and was like, do you think Dominic owns this shirt? I would be like, hell no, guys. It is not neon and does not have any cartoons on it.
To be fair, my mom bought me this shirt for Christmas like 2 years ago. So it's not a shirt that I bought myself. But it is a shirt that I own, and I do occasionally wear.
I see.
Yeah.
It just looks like one of those shirts that you wear on a first Tinder date, you know, like before you want to scare somebody. Like,
what?
Like before you're like, come to my place that is super cool, but also filled with eyes of dolls staring at you.
I mean, well, technically, though, that place is not in here. That's next door. So I could easily hide the serial killer vibes if I wanted to. The place that you're in now,
like, easily could be really, really cool.
Yeah. Like, my actual place is like, you know, it's got really cool vibes to it.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I guess the flannel shirt kind of does fit the hipster vibes
of the guitars in the background right now, and like, you know, cool. It's cool. I'm just saying, you normally do not look so normal.
Okay.
Hi.
Wow. Hi. That's funny.
It's funny that you're in this shirt. So you're really you're just wearing this shirt for shits and giggles. There's nothing going on today that you need to look like a normal person for. You don't have like a Zoom interview
No, it's just a warm shirt. Yeah. It's just like a warm, like, I don't know. It's cold outside. Because you said it was like 63. And I was like,
bro, if it was 63, I'd be in a winter coat. That's like the dead of California winter.
It's 3 p.m. and it's 63. The low today is 38.
That does not sound fun.
It's a cold day today.
You've got those giant windows too. They do not look very well insulated.
No, it's fine. It stays. Honestly, I never turn on the heat in here. It doesn't really get that cold in my place at all. I don't really turn on the heater much. The brick keeps it pretty warm. So the brick is well insulated. Yeah. It's like not like I'm living in like a log cabin or something.
Yes. Well, with that outfit, you might be. Hello.
Yeah.
It's been like 2 weeks. How are you?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it has, I guess, huh? Right? No, well, we recorded the other one late.
Yeah, a little later.
So it's been like less than 2 weeks, but almost.
Anything exciting going on?
Not a ton, no. I sold my car.
Because now you only want to ride a motorcycle everywhere you go? You wear flannel shirts and ride motorcycles? No.
I got a different car. They were just offering me way too much money for my car to turn down, and I don't get attached to those things. I'm just like, fine,
take it. Yeah, it's yours.
It, you know. They gave me like only $3,000 less than it cost sticker price 3 years ago.
Nice.
So I was like, just put all my shit in like this tub, and like they came and picked it up, and then I just got a different car.
Did you get something cool? Something that you've always wanted?
I know something that I've always wanted, but something that's like, I don't know, it's just fun. I got one of those Mini Coopers.
Oh, those are fun.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to drive around. So yeah, that was cool. I mean, like I said, like I don't get attached to vehicles really. I'm not really like a a car person. I don't care. Does it go? You know what I mean? Does it
Right,
go?
cool.
Okay, cool. Do I not have to worry about charging it? Fucking sweet.
Electric cars are so horrible.
Yeah. So it's nice. It's kind of quick because it's pretty. It's like pretty light, and so it like zooms around pretty quick. It's like driving a little go-kart kind of. That's what I feel like. I feel like I'm driving a go-kart in that thing. But it doesn't have much space, but I'm fine with that. Like it's it's pretty cool. So like I said, I don't know. I was like looking at like the prices and stuff, and I was getting really tired of like the company that I was dealing with. So I was just like, "Fuck you guys! I'm gonna sell it."
Very nice.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Yeah, actually, I had wanted to try to refinance it with them because just because, and they were like. And they were like basically like no, and I'm like, y'all are struggling to get people to pay their regular car payments. I make my payments, like let me just refinance it, and they said no. So I was like, fuck you guys, I'm out, shit. And I just sold. I sold the car. Yeah, I got the like the price for it, and then I was like, okay, I can use this to my advantage because if selling the car would get me way more than I owed on the loan. And then I brought that to them. I was like, I don't mind staying with you, but let's refinance and get a better interest rate, maybe lower the payments, blah, blah, blah. But I also have this offer. And they were like, no, we're not refinancing. And I was like, peace. Yeah, so I just dipped out on them. I don't care.
So weird.
Yeah. I think they're just, I don't know.
Drawing hard lines. Yeah, really dumb.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was, I don't know. I'm happy with my new little car now. It's nice and fun. It's cute, tiny little
You're like,
Dollmobile.
it's so tiny, and I've only driven tiny cars, and that car, the Mini Cooper, seems huge to me.
Yeah, it would be. It's
huge
Judy
for me.
size.
Yeah,
for
like
sure.
I think when I first started shopping for a car, I really wanted like a smart car, like just the one person car.
Oh my god,
like my dad was like,
terrible.
hell no, you would just like roll like dice on the freeway. You're such a terrible driver, and you'd like just make a wrong turn. And I'm like, oh my god, it's like wire framed on the inside or something, because it's I think when they first came out, they were made by BMW. And so they had like a really good framing. Like even if I did roll like dice on the freeway, I wouldn't die.
That's why I like the Mini, because it's made by BMW.
Those tiny cars are
and
so
it's like
cute.
It's a solid. It's an older car than the car that I had, but it has the same amount of miles on it, and it's like so much more nicer inside than the Hyundai is.
Oh my god, yes.
Like, and I was like, wow, like this is like almost like. It's definitely like an upgrade from what I had, but it's less money, and like it's like a nicer car. Like I was surprised.
Like when you get older, you realize these tiny things. Like my husband used to drive a Lexus, like a sporty Lexus, and then when we got pregnant, even though I knew I was only going to have one child, he was like, I should be a good dad, and I should go get like a Honda CRV. And I was like, bitch, you don't need that. Like, we're getting one kid. There's 3 of us. Like, there's no reason for us. But he went and he got a Honda CRV. And I think the biggest difference for me was the, what is it called? Maybe insulation? I don't know. You could hear everything on the freeway in a CRV, whereas a Lexus is like properly soundproofed on the inside, so silent. And you, like as a kid, you don't really care about that, but as a grown-ass adult, I was like, why the fuck can I hear the freeway? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I already have enough noise in my head. I don't need the fucking freeway.
I cannot hear like the really loud hip hop I'm trying to blast. Like, Jesus.
Yeah. So I dig it. It's a nice little car. It almost doesn't have a back seat.
It's so
it
little.
does, but like who's gonna like, I mean, I could fit back there, but like it's more of like if you put somebody back there, the back seat's fine and comfortable, but it's more like the person in front of you that's going to be a little uncomfortable. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's like, it's not a comfy car. And I think when I was in high school, I went to a high school that had 90% Asians, and we're tiny, tiny people. And a bunch of us had Mini Coopers in high school. And like, even for us in high school as tiny people, we were like uncomfortable fitting 8 of us in the car.
Yeah. But that's the thing, though, is too, is like, I don't drive anybody around. Who do I drive around? Like, who do I drive around? What do I don't haul anything. Like, I don't need, like, a big truck or anything like that. Like, I almost contemplated just, like, not having a car and just selling my other car and just, like, having the motorcycle. Because I did the math, too, and I learned that if literally I wanted to go somewhere 3 or 4 times a week and Ubered to every place I wanted to go to, it would still be less than my full coverage insurance and my car payment was, like, by far.
Then why the hell did you buy another car?
Because
I don't want to get your liver stolen.
I enjoy too much sitting in my car and just doing nothing. And I know that's a stupid reason to want to have a car, but sometimes I just like to park somewhere, like wherever I'm going, and just sit there for
that's
like 20 minutes and do nothing. Bro. And just like zone out, and like I'm not surrounded by anything at my house. I'm not surrounded by work. I'm not surrounded by anything. Like, I don't have to have any sound at all. I can just sit there and do nothing, and that's why I have another car.
Very nice.
Because I can't do that with anything else.
This is exciting. I like it. A Mini Cooper. I can't wait to, drive it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. You won't
I'm
crash
not
it at all.
I'm exactly the kind of driver that you think I am, that I come off to be.
I'm not enforcing this stereotype.
It's really not even, it's so far beyond the stereotype for me. I'm legitimately like way beyond the crappy Asian driver stereotype.
How is Lunar New Year going?
It is
You're almost done. It's almost over,
on the
right?
15th.
Oh, okay, not almost over.
It's it's okay. It's something that I care a lot about because I care about my Chinese heritage, but I'm married and I have a child and I'm employed, so it's not fun for me anymore. Like when you're a kid, you just receive a bunch of red envelopes and you're just rolling in dough and you get new clothes and you eat amazing food. And now, like, as an adult, I'm just hemorrhaging cash as I pass it out to everybody else, and I'm never going to get cash ever again. I'm just like passing out red envelopes and making magic happen for other people and delivering food and like, it's fun, but like in a not indulgent way.
How is the trash pile
it's
going?
Okay. I think it's reasonable. We've done a good job. We've also like found some cheats. I don't want to call them cheats. Like, my parents have been very like, I need to like use yogurt in this dish that I'm making tonight. I'm going to use half of the container, and then you bring the other half to lunch for work tomorrow. And like, if you finish it, then you can just get rid of that trash at work.
They're like, if there happens to be a receptacle that you can leave said cup in, and it just ends up there. I mean, we're not throwing it away at home.
And you legitimately had to like eat the yogurt at work. So we're doing these little workarounds.
Is that that's technically a loophole, I guess, right?
Because it would be like the bad luck that you would be bringing would be like at your office, which is still emptying trash.
Already bad luck.
Like they're throwing out their bad luck anyway. Like,
wait, you're not at the new thing yet, right? You just had an interview for it.
I'm so mad. Like, that's actually the biggest thing I wanted to talk to you about. I need your advice. So I had a job that I really loved at my current company. And it was a small, tight-knit department, and everybody was like family. And it really was like, we went to each other's like children's birthday parties. Like, it was so tight-knit and so sweet and so wonderful. And then I got pregnant and I had a baby, and I found myself in a position where, like, the first year I had my child, I had postpartum and I didn't have the bandwidth to literally deal with anything other than like how hard it is to be a parent. I was running on no sleep. My parents weren't back in the States. I hadn't convinced them to, like, I hadn't conned them into coming to take care of my kid yet. And so it was just me, and my husband traveled a ton. And I was having such a hard time, and like, my kid was going to daycare while I was going to work, and my husband was traveling, and daycare is just like a cesspool of germs. Like, every other week it's like somebody got pink eye and now your kid has pink eye. And it was so hard, and I didn't have any emotional space for anything. So I didn't want to be a part of this work family anymore. And a position opened up that was basically just like almost like a call center. Like all you would do is just process paperwork and handle these calls, and you would never have a moment to breathe or have to deal with anybody else's gossip or whatever. And I was like, that sounds perfect. I'll take it. And so that's the position that I'm in now. And like a year after I had my kid or whatever, I found out how to be a normal human and operate like as a social person and also be a parent. But then I was already in this antisocial job. So this position that I'm applying for is a lateral move financially. It does not make any more money. However, it is closer to my home. It is where my child, like it's in the district where my child would go to school. So my kid's always going to be in the principal's office, and then I could just hop on over and get her out of it. And also, it's a little more social, which is kind of what I'm craving now. But it is a lot more work, like a fuck ton more work. It's work that I can do, but a fuck ton more work for a lateral move. So I can't, I'm having like a really hard time deciding what I want to do. And of course my parents are immigrants, and they're like, ambition, Judy, like go do, like work hard for a better, opportunity for your child. And I'm like, or do the least possible amount of work for the most amount of money.
I mean, smarter, not harder.
So I really, I've gotten to the top of the interview process. We're in negotiations right now. We're doing contract negotiations and pay negotiations. We're talking about benefits. Like, I'm going as if I'm like 100% for this, but on the same note, I'm like, lateral move for more work. Am I down?
See, I would rather be paycheck to paycheck, have just what I need, and just be happy with less stress than make a move that would require me to do like infinitely more work.
The thing is, it's not like stressful work for like I enjoy it, and I like the opportunity to sort of be a part of a work family again is something I'm kind of looking forward to. It's just that I've gotten used to the tiny amount of work I do. I just know the adjustment is going to be like such a bitch. And I'm at an age right now where I don't really want to hustle, and my husband is the breadwinner. He affords me the opportunity to not hustle. But I don't know. So anyway, like I'm full steam ahead. We're in negotiations now. I think we're going to finish up contract negotiations sometime next week. I have a preliminary offer, and then I'll go into like, hashing out the fine details or whatever, but I'm still on the fence.
I mean, I don't know if I have much advice to give to that. I would probably stay, because I wouldn't want to do more work for the same money. Unless you're like doing next to no work, and you're just, this more work you're talking about is really just normal people work that you'd have to do. So I don't know the situation there, but I'm really, really good at what I do, and I've always picked positions that are too easy for me. This other one would also be too easy for me. It's more work, but I guess what I'm saying is like right now in the 8 hours that I go to work, I only really have to put in like 3 solid hours, and then I can like browse the internet and whatever. It's 8 hours for other people, but I'm more skilled than other people. And so this other job that I'm trying to get, it would be like 5 hours of real work out of an 8-hour day. And I'm like, oh man, do I want to give up like reading everything about Disneyland that happened today for the entire day? Like, or listening to 8 podcasts. Like, I don't know. Yeah. So basically what you're saying is, well, here's the more important question though. Would the background of the videos you make change?
I think it would be like, I mean, I'm sure I could find, like, it's still a beautiful location, but it would change. I wouldn't be next to that gorgeous, like, light flooded area.
I don't even know where you are, really. I just see a bunch of concrete. Like, it looks like you're, like, opening up, like, things in, like, at, like, a park where they have those, like, racquetball, like, things. And, like, there's just a bunch of concrete walls. That or you're in a prison, one of the two.
I'm not even kidding. It is a modern art museum at a college campus, which is, like...
And they're just like,
that
who's that lady over there opening toys?
Just open shit there on our modern art. It's like a concrete art walk. It's
That's funny.
I've thought about that too, because I'm like, you know, not like I open those on my break and then like I go back into the office and I just like edit the photos and post them. Like, when am I gonna have time to do that if I'm actually working?
True. Yeah. Well, that's why you start teaching Loin Fruit how to edit. She's smart enough.
I mean, when I say edit, I mean like crop it. What if I like couldn't find a gorgeous location and then I'd actually have to edit photos? Like, F that.
Oh yeah,
that would be
that's
horrible.
a lot. Yeah. Again, all roads point to teaching Loin Fruit how to edit photos.
She
and then
would
you're
take
good.
all the credit for it, and where would my credit be, yo?
Yeah. I see you've opened a lot of those mini babies
Oh my
recently.
God. I've never seen a case of the ducks yet, but every Target I go to, there's just like one or two randomly in the Valentine's section, and I just like snatch them up.
Yeah.
And because there's one or two, I don't have an opportunity to like compare weights or like figure out if something is like what I think it is, because there's not a case. And so
yeah, I've been starting to see those like within the last week, the cases showing up at Targets over here, and I was like, oh, interesting. The ducks are cute, but and not that I ever used this feature or functionality of the last ones, but I wish that they're not stackable
but they
anymore,
connect.
like little bunk beds.
they connect to each other like a
but,
train.
Come on, you of all people in California should realize that building up is the way and not building out.
I mean, to be fair, both of
For
us don't
saving
use
space.
the cribs or the ducks, but
No, we don't. But it's just the point of the matter. Like, I get they want to try. They could have made stackable duck beds.
they could. I
It's
thought
not
the
impossible.
cribs. I mean, I had figured what would happen was they would release. You know, each crib is a different color for the series, and in my mind's eye, I would have like a pastel rainbow of cribs eventually. And I don't now. Obviously, now I've got ducks.
Yeah. I like the blankets are my favorite though, just because I can use them as cleaning cloths.
Are
for
they
glasses.
really? Are they a good cleaning cloth?
Yeah, they're like
Nice.
microfiber cloths. Yeah, you can use them to clean off glasses pretty nicely. So I always have these little mini baby towels that I use to clean off my shades
I have
with.
these I don't know what they're called. When my eye doctor sold them to me, he called them gamer glasses, but I have glasses that I use to stare at a computer screen with.
Yeah, blue light blocking glasses. You know, there's not actual I don't think there's like definitive evidence that screens actually emit enough blue light to hurt your eyes.
Whatever it is, it's tinted like yellow, like really, really yellow, and it does feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
Like I feel like my eyes just relax.
It does. I think it reduces eye strain, yeah. But as far as like damaging your eyes, I don't think it protects about it. But it does, yeah. I mean, like the piercing, like there's even a mode on the iPhone that you can turn on so that it'll have like a yellow light on your phone. So when you're laying in bed on your phone, you're not staring at a blue light. That's like apparently like warm lights, or cooler color lights will keep you awake more than warmer colored lights. So there's like a mode on the iPhone that you can set it to like for like bedtime, and it'll make your screen more tinted yellow.
I have I might be getting a new iPhone. I don't know.
Yeah, it's called Night
Do
Shift.
you use it?
I mean, no, it's
Oh
off.
yeah. You're like, I'll just stay awake.
Well, you can actually time it. You can have it scheduled, and you can have it like there's a little slider, less warm, more warm, and whatever. But no, I don't.
I know because my husband is like team Apple, and I don't know what time it is exactly because I sleep much earlier than him. But sometimes if I'm still awake when he goes to sleep, at a certain time, his phone makes a weird lullaby noise, and then like. Anyone who's trying to text him or whatever gets like a notification that's like it won't go through until he wakes up.
Yeah. Do not disturb.
And it makes like It makes
That's
like
a thing.
like a lullaby noise, and I'm like, dude, bro, like if you were asleep, that would wake you up. And he's like, I'm never asleep by this time, and the phone reminds me to go to sleep. And I'm like, what is wrong with your body that you need a reminder to go to sleep?
I mean, I forget
my
to sleep
God.
a lot, so I don't. Maybe. Well, yeah, I would say I forget. I forget to sleep and I forget to eat. I forget how to just be a human most of the time. I'm just like, how did I make it
Dude, my
this
diabetes
far?
is going crazy this week. I normally
Is it?
swim every day, and because I have bad knees and I can't do any impact cardio. But my gym, their water heater has gone out, and so there's no hot showers there. And I was like, I'm not jumping in a cold pool and then like taking a cold shower and then going to work. Like I can't.
Yeah.
So it's been like a week and a half that they've been trying to get this part.
I mean, you'll be awake.
It's horrible. And like the whole part of like the horrors of like waking up at 5 a.m. to jump in a cold pool is the hot shower after. But it's been like a week and a half, and like my body doesn't even know what to do. And every day I call my gym, and every day they're like, well, there's this part, it's like impossible to get because of COVID. And I'm like, just fucking change the entire goddamn water heater. It's now like almost 2 weeks that I'm paying for a gym that I'm not fucking using.
Don't they have like another one you could go to?
Do the showers in the men's locker room work? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, could I take a shower there? And they're like, no. And I'm like, could I identify as wanting to take a shower there?
Yeah, I was going to say.
And they're like, no. And I'm like, I would like to, come on, just like, I just want a hot shower, bro. Like I can't, I don't know what to do.
You should just bring, like, are they like open like showers or?
I don't know. I've never seen the men's room.
Like,
in the women's room,
well,
it's like a clear curtain. Like you can see.
Oh, okay. I mean, they probably have the same thing in the men's one. You could just bring your own little rod and curtain and just like pop it up there.
I don't even
you know?
care about being like I don't go to a cool gym. Like it's a bunch of middle-aged like guys going to work before at like 5 a.m. It's not like a college where everyone's like a college age creeper.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like they can't. I don't know. It something feels un-California about them saying you can't use a shower in a men's
please,
room.
like Jesus, I need to. My diabetes is going crazy. My brain doesn't know what to do.
I mean, you could always like go home and take a warm shower.
I could, but then I would have to wake up like 30 minutes earlier than I already wake up to like account for that to go back and forth.
I mean, it's 30 minutes.
I wake up at 5 a.m.
I'm just saying, like, there are solutions here. They're just not the ones you want.
I barely get enough sleep as it is.
Yeah. Well, if you forgot to sleep more often, this wouldn't be an issue.
I sleep like, I get home and I'm one of those people that are like drowning in mom guilt. I work 10-hour days. And so like when I get home, I see my kid for 2 hours a day on Monday through Thursday. And I feel like that is not enough and that I am a terrible parent because of it. And I'm just like this time thing where I'm like, if I could just not sleep at all, like that would be great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could.
Pills.
There's like, they have drugs. Yeah.
I used
they have,
to love
like,
Sudafedrin when I was in school. That keeps you wonderfully
They'll also
awake.
make you like a less responsible parent / adult, but they'll
work real well. Today I cried because I walked my kid over to her elementary school to register her for school. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. And the lady was like, are you okay? And I was like, you must get this all the time. And she's like, I mean, I really don't, not for this age. And I was like, oh, okay.
Usually parents are like, get the fuck out of my house. Go be a child in the world.
I was like, oh my God, she's just going to go to school. Yes. But yeah, it's been a weird 2 weeks with the interviews and my diabetes just being fucking weird.
Yeah. Well, just gotta the solution to all of this is just wake up earlier.
Death.
Or you could just like not swim and like
I
run.
can't. So I have like fractured
something.
knees, which is why the only thing I do is swimming.
What about like elliptical?
I can't do that kind of strain on like my knees. Just the torquing of moving it like that.
What about like weight training?
I could do like cardio type upper body.
Honestly, though, if you do weight training, like with weights, it'll probably make your blood sugar more crazy momentarily. Well, because from what I understand and what I've shown to myself is if I'm doing anything with weights, my blood sugar raises substantially because you're depleting the energy from your muscles. Your muscles need glucose and energy. And so your body tries to create more of that to compensate for what it's losing, but it's kind of an uncontrolled thing. It's like, we just need shit right now, you know? And so anytime I do anything with weights, it definitely like raises my blood sugar. Like a lot more than it would if I were just running. I just
want them to fix the fucking water heater. I hate being out of routine is what it is. I don't like not having my gym routine. I don't like having my work routine disrupted with like 50 interviews a week and then like not knowing whether or not, like I'll open a toy and I'll be like, I want to display it in my cubicle. Oh, wait, don't clutter your cubicle in case it's not your cubicle anymore. Like, I just hate this weird like in between area that I'm in now.
Oh, wait, they just moved you to like a nice ass cubicle area and you're just like, peace out, bitches.
Okay, first of all, they didn't want to move me to that cubicle area. They wanted to move me to like a weird annex area. And I convinced one of my inspectors who's out in the field all day that has that nice office to give me his fucking office. Because I was like, you're out in the field all day.
Did they want to move you to like an area that is just like, has like 6 desks all around with little walls blocking it?
Like a real annexy, dungeony, cubicle, lightless area. And I was like, fuck the fuck out of that. And then my wonderful inspector who spends all day out in the field inspecting homes, he has this beautiful office. And I was like, hey, Joe, give it to me. And he's like, what? And I was like, can I have your office? Also, you're so handsome. And I was like, you're like only in the office like 2 hours a day. I sit there, 10 hours a day with fluorescent lights just shining down on me. Please give me your window. And so I made a really good case and he was so nice. He gave it to me. That's
cool. But now still you're just like, peace out.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I might be like, let me just stay lazy.
And he's going to lose his other office to somebody else now. If you leave it, and he will have lost his nice space for nothing.
He's such a sweet, sweet man. He's so nice to me. And he's like, of course, I will give you this office, Judy. We are on the same department, and I just want you to be happy and this division to be strong. And I'm like, thank you so much.
And he's not even there anyway, so what does he care?
So... yeah, I hate the past 2 weeks have been weird, just in a limbo area of limbo-ness. What are you opening?
Yeah, limbo area.
Do you have a bunch of cool?
I don't have any.
Oh, really? Oh, cool. Because I have 2 things.
I have absolutely nothing. I'm toyless right now.
You actually had you'd opened one of those really expensive Barbie-looking dolls that looked so cool. I saw the video. She has like a slutty gold dress that's like cut all the way up to her belly button.
Oh, that's from Integrity Toys.
It's beautiful. Just like a
not Mattel. It's much better than Barbie.
So I have 2 things, and I actually I have so many things that I need your opinion on this week. So one of the things that I really, really love that I didn't know existed, because I'm not a Funko person. I also don't follow Funko, and I don't follow a lot of Funko accounts either. But I love The Office. Yeah. And I didn't realize that this was out. I know it's been out for a while, but it's these Funko Office mini moments, and they connect to make the entire like front lobby. And these are the characters that they come with, which is Michael, Dwight, Jim, Pam, and Daryl. And in it, like everyone comes with their desk, right? Like Pam comes with the reception area, Michael comes with his office. Mm-hmm. And then really fucking insultingly, even though Daryl, who's the token black guy, became a manager and has his own office, his set just comes with like the front lobby. Like it is not like an office. And also he's in his warehouse uniform.
Well, maybe. I mean, if anything, give him the warehouse.
Anything.
Like,
but it's weird. But what?
But wait, so it's the same lobby that Pam has?
No, it's the lobby that connects to Pam's reception area. Yeah, so Pam's reception
okay,
area has her desk, but his is just the entry lobby. And then fucking Daryl. Weird. But that's not what's weirding me out.
Yeah.
In stores, I think I've seen them at like Hot Topics and places that kind of mark the price up a little. In stores, I've seen them for $17, but online, they're $6.99.
What?
Yeah, online, like on GameStop, on Target, on like Amazon, like they're all $6.99. So I purchased the full set online. And the first time I got it, I got this Chase version of Dwight. Dwight, Jim, and Michael have Chase variants where they're in a mustache, and I don't even remember that episode. Like, legitimately, I do not. Apparently, it's an episode where they like dress up like warehouse workers and go visit Rashida Jones' like office, like a competing office.
And you're like, I don't want
this one.
this.
So I returned it. And I ordered it again, and then I got the Chase again. And then I was like, maybe Amazon only has the Chases. So then I returned it to Amazon, and then I ordered it from Target, and I got the Chase again. Like, I cannot get a normal Jim or a normal Dwight fucking anywhere.
That's so funny because there are people that would like die to have the Chase
what
version
the hell,
of it.
guys? Like, and then my husband's like, "Why don't you just go into the store?" And I'm like, "Because I'm not trying to pay $17.99 for something that's $6.99."
But won't they price match it though?
Apparently, they won't price match it on. So they wouldn't price match Amazon because on Amazon, the two that I want keep saying pre-order. Even though the pre-order is like the next day. Like, I've already received both my pre-orders, but it won't take off pre-order status. And then, like, everywhere that I go that has it, I'm like, here's, like, I went to GameStop, and I was like, here's the item. It says it's in stock, and then they only have the Chase in stock. Like, I cannot get the regular version of this fucking Funko anywhere. That's funny.
Horrible. Nobody wants the mustache.
Well, why is it some random, like, if I were to pick an excellent episode of The Office to make a Chase variant of, certainly it would not be this weird mustache one.
Yeah, that is strange.
But yes.
I don't know. I can't give you an answer as to why that's like
why
that.
there's so many Chases out there.
Yeah, usually it's better than, like usually the Chases are in less abundance than the regular versions.
The other thing was the Chases, it's visible that it's a Chase, right? Like, you can see that it's a Chase. There's a little Chase sticker. I wrote a letter to Amazon that was like, can you just have the warehouse picker just like not give me a Chase? Like, I just want the regular one. And they're like, no, it's totally random. And I'm like, you can see on my record that this is the third time I'm ordering this, and there's free return. So now you've paid for shipping 3 fucking times, and I'm gonna keep doing this until I get the regular one, man. Like,
why don't you just order like a few at a time
and just to see if it would be well, because it's not
all
like
Chases?
I returned it in time, you know, like I wait till I get it and then I return it.
I mean, honestly, you could just sell the Chases for double what you paid.
It's so annoying to even have to go through this. Like, is it so much to ask for to get non-fucking Chases of the goddamn things?
I know, yeah. That's funny. That's such a first world problem. It's the worst thing.
And like, I was on the phone with Amazon because I was like, you can see on my record that you have now paid for return shipping like 3 times on this item for free. Just fucking have your warehouse picker get the regular ass one for me.
Well, they don't have a warehouse picker. It's all robots. Haven't you seen like how it works? Most of it's being picked by like robots and stuff like that. They don't have a lot of people that are like, they have people that are like putting like, I don't even know what they have people there for anymore. I'm not sure, but a lot of the shit is done by like conveyor belts and like robot arms.
Oh my god, this is like the worst thing ever. I cannot, and I've got all of them except like half of them are Chases, and I'm just like waiting on more orders as I'm like returning. It's so horrible. This has become like a horrible ideal.
That's so funny.
I hate it. But the 2 toys that I'm opening today are, and I didn't realize until I got them together that the packaging looks almost identical. It's the LOL Mini Surprise Series 1. I don't even know what this is called, but this one is called the Family.
Yeah, that one's OMG. That one's just one OMG doll, and the bottom one is a family. It'll either have 3 little figures in it or 4 little figures.
Could you get a duplicate from this one to this one? the small one to the big ball, could you get a duplicate? Like, are they the same figures?
I don't know.
Let's find out. Let's do the small one first.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. People are selling these Chase mini moments on Mercari for like $20.
I'm not about that life.
I know. Maybe you could just trade with somebody. I'm sure there's somebody that one. Like I don't like on like you all you have to do is just join like a local Funko group on Facebook and be like, hey, does anybody have this and
there's
whatever.
There's local Funko
just trade
groups on Facebook.
Oh yeah, there probably is one specifically for your little area. Probably, yeah.
What would you even search? Like Funko My Town?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
This wrapped again. I wonder if the color, do you know if the color indicates anything?
They do, yeah. The ball colors are different.
Oh wow. You know, somebody told me cuz the world travel ones that we opened at your place, there's we got 2 different color globes. And I was like, man, I just want to get like all the different color globes because they're such beautiful globes. And then somebody on Instagram was like, you can just like shine a flashlight to see what color it is. How the fuck? I shined my phone light so deep into that thing. I'm like, I cannot see the color of the goddamn globe, you fucking blind ass.
You have to put it in a really dark spot. So like what I would do is like build a little fort out of like OMG boxes on the shelf and put it in the middle so it's really dark. You're gonna look like a lunatic either way.
This is such a tiny little menu.
It's like the little toys and the little pets. Remember the pets? They have those tiny checklists too.
So I wanted to get Queen Bee or Royal Bee for my kid, but I'm pretty. Oh, you're so sure? I did it. You know who I got?
No, because Royal Bee comes in a black and gold ball.
And so now I have to like sit in like a dark room to try to figure out what are these little balls for?
They're just little playhouses for them. Oh, those are stands for the bottom, so you can stand it up. They snap into the holes on the bottom.
Snap into the hole? Are you sure?
Yeah. There should be 2, not the top hole, the bottom holes.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah. And then it will help it stand up.
All right. Oh, I wish I didn't snap it and like with this ugly side out, but okay. All right, so then this snaps up here. How do you know which one I got? I haven't even unwrapped it.
Well, I know
it's
not. I know it's not Royal Bee because that's not her colors.
Okay, are kids expected to be able to do this? All right, so here.
You don't have to put the top one on.
It's not integral to the building. Okay.
Not really.
Oh, look, it says mini, small, medium, large, extra large. And then it says fragile.
This is just a singular one, right?
Well, there's 2. There's like a hat.
Okay, yeah. Definitely not Royal Bee.
Who did I get?
The one with the hat.
There's no names. Hey, did you know they're not named?
No?
Oh, no, there is. It's Cosmic Nova.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, she's sassy. Yeah. Does the hat even fit?
Yeah, they're cool. Yeah, it should. Yeah. Should be molded like very specifically. Yeah.
I like her. And then there's like these little surprises. Oh, it's a stand. The stand says OMG on it, which is so cute. Okay, and then there's another little surprise. These are fun.
That's a purse, I think.
It's a disco ball purse.
Yeah, tiny little purse.
That's so adorable. Yeah. It's like the cutest little thing. It doesn't hang on her. But whatever. Okay, so that's Cosmic Nova.
Oh, it does. It could hang on her, actually, I think. Their arms are articulated. Flip up her arm.
It's unflippable. There's no way.
Yeah. Both of them should move
Bruh.
at the same time.
Oh, what? No, because it's molded into this coat.
They're connected. Oh, I don't know. The other ones, they move. The other...
Yeah,
Are you
I'm
sure?
pretty sure. I mean, I guess I could like wedge it right in between her hair and her arm.
Yeah. Huh.
It
works.
does. It works. It's cute. I forgot what I paid for this, but I'm thinking right.
It was like $688.
Okay. So for the small one, it seems okay. Now for the big one. Is it the same checklist?
No. So the big one will have either an OMG doll, a pet, and a tot, or 2 tots and 2 pets.
2 tots and 2 pets. And obviously I want either queen bee or royal bee, so...
You got
Are you
it.
sure? Is that the only one?
Yeah, it's black and gold, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I still don't know how
100%.
you're supposed to be able to, like, shine a flashlight and fucking see the shit. Okay, so this is this. And then there's a lot of things in here. Good Lord.
There will be a happy
I know,
loin
she's
fruit
going to be
at
so
your house.
excited. It is. It's the BB Boutique. Oh, look at how cute this playset is. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
she is going to be so thrilled.
And so you got her, the tot, and the pet.
Her, the tot, and the pet. Okay.
Yeah.
Loin fruit's like,
So 3 of them.
tomorrow we're going to Disney, and she's so excited. She's like, oh, I can't wait to see like all the goofy things. And I'm like, honey, we've been like 8 times. I'm telling you, the goofy things aren't going to change. Like, it's the same amount of goofy things.
I mean, maybe they'll have like a National Goofy Day
I hope
one day.
so. Okay, so this checklist is different, and it's going to be royal bee, queen bee, and pup bee. So cute. These things are adorable. God, this teeny tiny checklist. All right. I like cannot get over how much I'm loving LOLs. It's a little puppy with golden, like sparkly hair in a big bun. It's
Yeah, they all have glitter on them.
It reminds me of who's that singer that did a lot of drugs? Amy Winehouse.
All of them?
You're like all of them. This is so cute. It's like the tiniest thing, and it's so adorable.
Yep.
There's glitter, like the quality control is terrible. There's glitter literally everywhere.
Yeah. It'll
Like
it'll
all
fall
of
off.
it. Queen bee, royal bee. Oh, royal bee looks fierce. Holy potatoes. Oh, and yeah, these arms are articulating. Almost like a little Polly Pocket.
There you go, yeah. So I don't know what was up with the other ones. Usually, I don't know. I've never opened one of the last ones that you did before, so I'm not sure. But I know those ones do articulate.
But it's like molded with like a little coat, so it's just weird.
Yeah.
Oh, queen bee's got a little purse, which is so fierce. And then, how do you know which stand belongs to which doll?
The openings are different sizes. Like, this should be obvious which one fits and which one doesn't.
Be obvious? Well, shit.
Yeah. I mean, either way, if you shoved it in there far enough, I'm sure it'll hold them up.
Okay, yeah, I got it. It's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, she's really gonna be fucking thrilled. Okay, yeah. So these are my toy openings today, and also, haha, I'm an excellent parent today.
Yes.
Today, by chance, I've won Parent of the Year.
Yes.
So, big plans for the weekend?
That's awesome. No.
No? Never?
Never. No, not really. There's not a lot of weekend things to do here. You can just go to Disney if you want to do a weekend thing.
I paid all that money for the pass. Plus, every time I go, I have to pay $30 for parking.
Mm-hmm. What? They don't give you free parking with that expensive ass
we
pass?
didn't. So they have like 4 tiers of passes, and the top tier had free parking. But once they realized that that's why everybody was buying the top tier, it's magically sold out.
Yeah.
And that's not an available like tier anymore. And also, like, there's no reason that something like that should sell out, because the only difference between all the tiers, aside from the parking, is how many months in advance you can book. So, like, my tier can only book 4 months in advance to reserve a date. Whereas, like, the
only
top tier
4?
can book, like, 8 months in advance.
Like, who do they think is buying these like, look, I mean, I'm sure there's a small 1% of people that are flying in from New York 5 times a year and need to book it out that far. I guess, but like, who is really buying these passes? Come on, mostly people like you here. That are like, yeah, exactly.
It's just so upsetting. And like, so the previous round of cast members pre-COVID, when everybody had standards, were so nice, and they had to be really nice, and they were well trained in like how to be like Disney polite. And this new round of cast members, because everyone's just hemorrhaging personnel, are lightly trained. And so before I could walk my child in, I could walk like a 7-year-old child in, and they would be like, "Is your child under 2 years old?" And you would be like, "Yes," and that would be the end of that story, like, period.
Now they're like, "We must see her birth certificate."
Now, like, I'm like, my kid's 4. Obviously, I'm not. I'm totally lying about my kid's age as I'm going into the park, because I'll walk in and they'll be like, "Is your kid under 2?" And I'm like, "She sure is," and like just make direct eye contact.
And then to the cast member, she speaks to them in fluent Chinese, and you're just like, "Fuck you! Why did you do this? There's no 2-year-old that's that smart."
It's so horrible. I always do this thing where I'm like, "Honey, pretend you're asleep," right as we're walking by, so I can try to teach her not to lie. But yes, but now the cast members are like, "She's under 2," and I'm like, yeah, she's totally under 2.
Big baby,
and they're like,
"You should have seen me when I was pregnant."
And I'm always like, my husband's like white, so it's just like genetically really.
Like, I carried her 2 terms, actually. That's how big she was. Yeah. Wow. I mean, what are you going to do? You can't lie anymore. Seems like a lot of the problems that you had today with the pool and the kid thing are mainly just like Judy created issues.
Yeah. But just like, I made these rules that I wanted to like confide myself in, and like now I cannot.
I mean, that's fair. It's okay to have
it's
standards.
Like my structure that like I just fucking like my whole structure is gone. I'm really mentally having a hard time like not being able to keep on top of my diabetes, and like not knowing if my office is going to stay my office, and like
not lie
like
at
imagine
Disneyland.
Getting a brand new beautiful office and then like just not decorating it because you're in the middle of negotiations.
I mean, but you made this choice.
But I'm not gonna like fucking throw toys
it.
all over my cubicle and then like sit there slowly unpacking as I'm like, 2 weeks, motherfuckers, sayonara.
Yeah. True.
And then
when do you have to decide?
I have an excuse right now, right? Like everyone's like just assuming I'm moving things, so it's not weird. So that everything's in boxes.
How long do you have to decide though?
Next week, the other thing I'm really pissed about is that I've interviewed at this other location like 7 times. I've literally met every fucking higher up that there needs to be met. At the position that I'm interviewing for, there's no reason that I should have met all of these management positions. But next week,
like, do they
next week they want me to come in for the quote unquote final interview, because it's like the head, like literally nobody else higher could possibly interview me, and I'm going for an interview with like this person. And at this point I'm like, listen guys, you've heard everything there is to hear about me. I have no more funny anecdotes. I have no more like polite ways to say these are the pros and cons of like what I have to offer. Like I put all of my cards on the table. This is it. Take it or leave it.
It makes me wonder if you were a white man, if you'd have to go through that
100,000% wouldn't. And here's another thing that I've had to go through just because I am a female. Like I interviewed at what should have been my last interview with two male executives. And the top male executive really liked me. And the next day I got a call from his colleague that is a woman. And she was like, my male executive colleague met with you and just thought that we would have such an excellent personality and that we would really vibe with each other. And he thought it would be like a good chance for you and I to meet with each other and see if like we had that kind of chemistry. And I'm like, this shit would never happen to a man. Like,
wait, is he's trying to set you up with a friend?
No, he's trying to make sure that I get along with the other women that are going to be in my department.
You think he's sleeping with that
woman? I have no idea. I'm just like, why the fuck would I need to meet the other? What, like, you are the head honcho. Just make a unilateral decision. Like a man would never have been put in that situation.
No. Like,
and it's fucking insulting for a man too. Like, if you had an interview with somebody and they were like, hey man, this other guy in my office also wears blue flannel shirts and I think that you two would really fucking get along. I just wanted to make sure and like have you two meet each other. Would that be cool? Like, as a man, you could be like, that's insulting. But as a woman, I had to be like, of course, let me go ahead and schedule that interview. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
I hate job. I'm glad I haven't had to have a job interview since like 2008.
That's so nice. You're so wonderful.
And I'm so fucking happy about that. Like, I hate the bureaucracy, like political agendas of like workplaces and job interviews and like all of that. I actually, you know what? It's been longer because the last job that I had, I got hired from as an intern.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't even have a job. I didn't even have an interview for the internship because I knew the person working in the department I was interning for. So like it's been longer than that. It's been like since like at least like 2006 since I've been to a job interview.
That is so
that's bananas.
Amazing. Like I can't even.
I haven't made a resume since then either. I don't even have a fucking resume.
I'm legit at the point like everybody keeps, you know, like 2 or 3 outfits for an interview that is like, you know, socially acceptable, like black, navy blue kind of thing, whatever. Like at 7 interviews deep, I'm out of shit to wear, guys. Like you've seen my entire goddamn wardrobe. Like I've got nothing else to give you.
Maybe they're just interviewing you just to see if you'll wear the same thing, and they're placing bets. Is she gonna wear the black suit or the blue suit today?
I'm legitimately like borrowing clothes from my sister. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing, guys?
That is ridiculous. Yeah. Hopefully you get the. What would be funny is you're like now that you are not in your right to complain about all these interviews, but it would be funny if you're like mad about all these interviews and then you're just like, no, I'm not gonna take the job.
I really am so on the fence. I'm like, oh no.
I mean, I don't know. It just depends if you really want the work family or not.
It's not just that. I want the opportunity to be a better parent, like to live.
It's less hours.
Not. But it's a less of a commute. Yeah, so it's like it's also living in the city where like working in the city where we live, which means I would put down roots in the community that I'm raising my kid in. And I would also, it's a pretty high position. I would know the right people to get the right things done.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, is there more room for growth in it than your previous job?
But I don't really care about growth. I'm not an ambitious person. Like professionally, I mean, what I'm going for as far as benefits is like the opportunity to be a much better parent and offer more to my child. So that's like, I'm not super professionally ambitious. If I don't get it, like I'll die at the position that I'm in. I'm fine. Like my husband makes enough money. I'm happy where I'm at.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool though. I mean, so really you don't
have to. I would be the decision is more work to be a better parent.
Or if you get it, you can use those chips to negotiate a higher salary with your current job.
It doesn't work that way. Government doesn't work that way.
Oh,
Government
fuck.
has a set range that the
Never
taxpayers agree to, period. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never
I wish.
mind. Well, you could do it with the new job and be like, well, hey, I was gonna put in my 2 weeks and they told me they'd pay me a little more.
Also,
Can you match
government.
that?
The new job is also.
Fuck. Why?
Because that's where pension is, and my husband makes a lot of money, and I obviously can't bring money to the table. What I bring is benefits, which is in government.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
Pension and benefits is what I bring to the table.
You could negotiate better
I am.
benefits?
One of the things I'm negotiating for is starting hiring me at the benefit level of a 5-year employee instead of the first-year employee. Like, I'm doing like a bunch of negotiations that way. But I don't know.
That's cool.
It's just like really adult and boring, and it's been a weird couple of weeks, and I just want to have stability and like regular parameters to which I live my life by.
Yeah. I mean, you have that now, but you just don't because the
It's
water
all in
heater's
flux.
broken.
Yeah, like I can't, like it's all in flux. The water heater's broken. I can't really do that. And then like my my work is like in the air, and then it's also up in the air with my kid because she had her whole schedule down, and like we just signed her up for school and she starts in August. So now we're slowly starting. We have to like make sure she wakes up. Like right now my kid wakes up at like 10:30 in the morning, and obviously school starts much earlier than that, and she sleeps later. And like we have to adjust her whole schedule, and there's just so much. Everybody's like in the middle of adjusting. And I hate it. I hate not knowing what's going on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it'll pass. Eventually it will. Yeah.
Hopefully next week I'm like, everything's normal. Like I've gotten down to a rhythm again.
Yes. I'm sure. Well, will you know about this other job
I'll
by
have a
next week?
conditioner offer by early next week, and then I will respond. I think mid next week I have the final interview, and then hopefully by end of next week I will just decide. I mean, it also depends on I'll fire back with like yes or no, and then they have a chance to rebuttal. So realistically, it probably won't be for another 3 weeks. Yeah, I know.
Damn. Well, maybe the water heater will get fixed.
I
in the
hope so.
meantime.
I'm like, I work in the building department. I know the part that they fucking need, and I also know that their complaint is valid, that part is like hard to get right now during COVID. But I'm also like, I don't fucking care. Buy a new water heater, you fucking fucks. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, I know,
it's
right?
a gym,
I mean,
God damn it.
how much money are they losing by people not going to the gym because the broken water heater?
Like what the hell?
Well, I guess they're not losing any money
Yeah.
because they pay monthly. Yeah,
I'm just so upset. We all pay a membership, so they're not really losing money there. And it's like a $30 part versus like a $2,000 water heater.
Yeah, well, I mean, or you just go. You could just go and steal the part from the men's water heater, and be like, "Look, I brought you this part. Here, put it in." And then they would because the guys, I feel like guys could deal with a cold shower. Like,
women are not dealing very well with this at all.
Or are you the only one, or are there legitimately other women that are having
other
problems with
women, and those other women, because I work out at 5 a.m. So the women that are there at 5 a.m. are pretty fucking dedicated, but they are also hot when they finish their workout. Like they're working out with like weights and stuff, and they are hot. So a cold shower is terrible, but not as terrible as me, who jumps in a cold pool, stays cold the entire time I work out, and then jump out to get in a cold. Like I'm the only person swimming.
I don't care if I'm like hot or sweaty or something. I'm not taking a fucking cold shower
at 5
ever.
a.m, like Jesus.
I will not. It doesn't matter the time, and it doesn't matter the temperature outside. It's 115 degrees here in the summer, and I'm like, I'm taking a hot shower. Like that's how showers are meant to be enjoyed. Does anybody take a cold bath? Fuck no. That's what pools are for.
And I'm in a fucking freezing pool Because they have like, it's not even heated at a regular temperature. Like a pool in a hotel is heated to like 80, and it's a athletic pool, so they keep it colder because you're supposed to exercise in it and not just like fucking lounge around in it. It's already a cold pool, and now I have to be in a fucking cold shower. I'm like so fucking pissed.
Well, hopefully by next week there are more resolutions to your problems.
My first world problems that I've made all myself.
You could have a new job and a fixed shower and
a kid that suddenly has a new sleep schedule.
Yeah, all these magical things could happen in the matter
resolve
of
themselves.
A week, so
just be real great. Yeah,
you never know.
I hope so.
You never know. I hope so too. And I'm sure everybody out there in podcast land wants to hear that, but they might not be able to, Judy. Well, if they don't do the thing and hit the bell and the subscribe and stuff, they might not figure out what happens next week.
I don't want that to happen to them,
randomly.
so let's just tell them to hit the bell and the thumb thing.
Yeah, do the thumb thing.
What
and
does
hit
the subscribe
the
button look like? Is it red?
It's red and it says subscribe.
This is the only time in your entire life you'll be told to hit the red button.
Yeah, exactly. Most of the time hitting the red button is bad. Like you don't hit the red button. But this time we want
rebels.
You to.
You're a rebel too, Avi. So hit the red button, y'all.
I'm wearing a flannel shirt.
You look real square and normal today. Maybe just step it up and look like your normal self next time.
If you don't hit the red button, I will chop your face off with my axe.
If you don't hit the red button, Dominic will feel like what he's doing in life is not working, and that instead of being the amazing out-of-box unicorn that he is, that maybe what he should be doing is wearing these flannel shirts every day and like interviewing for jobs.
Yeah.
We don't want that for Dom.
I'm going on a flannel shirt protest until everybody hits the red button. I'm gonna start looking like
I am wear like a plain black t-shirt
member
tomorrow.
Of a 90s grunge rock band. I'm gonna have so many flannels that you're gonna think that
Please don't let this happen.
I'm gonna move to Seattle just to prove a point, so I can be 90s and grungy. So that your
skin could be pastier than it is already. Ah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you thought this was white. Wait until I get to Seattle.
Now everyone's gonna want to see that.
Then I'll show you. Then all of you will be showing and you'll regret it.
Please come back next week to find out what's going on with Dominic's shirt, which is much more interesting than what's going on with all of my life problems.
I mean, I think that they're pretty even. Yours might actually be more important because they're affecting other people than yourself.
A little bit.
Mine is only affecting how I'm portrayed to you and other people. But it's not actually affecting people.
It is shocking. Let's see if next week is a shocker. We don't know. Cliffhanger.
All this and more on the next episode of the TMLS podcast.
Bye, y'all.
Dun, dun, dun. Bye.